This is the S&P 500 one-day reading for July 19th, 2023. It's currently June 2nd, 2023, 1:50 p.m. Eastern Time. And the shuffle file for July 19th was created on May 8th, 2023 at 1:01 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. So the overall theme and behavior for the day, this is also another contradictory kind of day when you cross-reference it with the 1 month. We have a fast sudden move higher that'll stand out as the main highlight of the day. However, I think probably the majority of the day is kind of be like a decline with some consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. And we opened lower. This is kind of like where we see like bullish days, but with lower opens, and we decline into a lowest low most likely here between the 20th and the 21st. Even though those cards are bullish cards, with lower opens, it ends up that we go lower even with moves to the upside. Behavior around the highest high, we have a rally that offers an opportunity to open up a short position. It's nullified, however, somehow, so the high in some ways is made irrelevant. Behavior around the lowest low also nullified, making this a very tricky reading to be able to determine overall behavior. It's a big move out of a low, pushing the upper end of a range higher, but also nullified, meaning there's no cross correlation to either of these energies on the timeline, making it very difficult to determine where the highest high and lowest low are. Especially when we have a contradictory move to the upside versus a move to the downside on the overall theme. But my sense is probably based on the overall kind of like cross correlation timeline with these blue squares, or blue diamonds I should say, we have probably a pretty mixed day is what it looks like. Advice to trade around an important range that we're bound by. It looks like declines that end with fast sudden moves higher. I pull the Knight of Cups, so Knight of Cups energy here, Knight of Cups energy here, Knight of Cups energy here. These are all areas where there'll be a decline that ends with a fast sudden move higher. So pretty mixed behavior throughout the day. I would probably just be looking to hold my short position that I opened the prior day. Maybe even open more of a short position here in the midst of this big move to the upside out of a decline that takes place towards the end of the day. In anticipation of a lowest low there on the cusp of the 20th and 21st. So overall volume throughout the day is definitively bearish, and it looks like the following day we likely open higher but with a selling off in the pre-market. We'll get into that in more detail when we look into the prediction for the 20th. So in the pre-market, we have quite a lot of price change. There's an important resistance level highlighted in the pre-market, and a lot of price change. It looks like a rally turns into a sharp decline, and that decline takes us into the open where we have a fast sudden move higher marking the end of that decline. That fast sudden move higher takes us carries into the first half hour, and then somewhere around like the 10 to 11 o'clock hour, somewhere around the 10 o'clock hour probably is we successfully turn resistance into support, and we rotate sideways along support there between roughly 10 and 11. There's a brief peak that's easily missed between roughly 11 and 12, probably closer to 11:30, but it's a brief peak that's easily missed, followed by a decline through multiple support levels. A failed attempt to break through key resistance, followed by a decline through key support there between 12 and 1. And then there's an important support level on a scale of at least a 1 month chart that's highlighted there around 1 o'clock. 12:30 to 1:30, somewhere in there, with a big move to the upside out of a decline. So first a decline into an important support level at the bottom of a range, and then from the bottom of a range at that important support level somewhere between roughly 2 and 3, we have a big move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range. That's that fast sudden move higher energy. That's the main highlight for the day. That's also the trade opportunity. I would look to utilize that range as a trade opportunity. Yeah, you could probably open up a short position here at this Princess of Discs and close a short position here in this low at the bottom of the range here before this big move higher. And then in this big move higher, you'd open up a short position again in anticipation of wow, that was interesting, in anticipation of the next day's price levels. And that's the S&P 500 for July 19th, 2023. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. And as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. Guys, if you want to get these readings sooner, you can get early access on our website, Tarot for Traders, for $29 a month. It's a great way to support the channel. you do so here under our services, SO Meta Posts. Click here to subscribe to the early access, $29 a month or $249 for the year. It's the earliest you can get access to any of our predictions, and all of our predictions for the most part, except for some of the paid ones, which is a different subscription. In any case, thanks to all of those that go out and do that. And as always, make sure to follow that rule of karma, be an angel investor and send 5% of those profits forward to one of these charities. Make the world a better place. Send 5% of those profits back to the channel. Make my world a better place. And then spend that money out of love. As long as you do that, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold through this channel, making your world a better place. I love you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one.